Hello, my name is Louis Price. I was born a chattel slave in Clay County, Missouri, to a Confederate general, which I hated, Sterling Price. I had to take his name, and I was given Louis as the surname. I didn't know my father and barely knew my mother. I was out in the fields working hard in a white community that I did not like. At the age of about 14, I was at another plantation where the opportunity came that I could run away, and I did. During that time, I joined the 62nd Infantry, and during the end of the war, we were disbanded and I moved to Kansas, where I borrowed a wagon at the approximate age of 16 and started moving goods across the country into Denver City and the mining camps, to include Wyoming, across Indian Territory, where I was unmolested by the natives. During that time, I kept moving these goods back and forth and decided at one point when I gathered enough money to move to Wyoming, where the only business for a Negro was a laundry. So I established that, and I made enough money to buy a piece of land. I bought it and sold it, bought some more and lost it. And at later time, I decided to move to Denver City, where there was only about 80 Negroes in the area. Not enough to cause any concern to the white community, but dangerous enough to be considered a menace. I lived in a shanty town where I could only do laundries as a business, where I almost froze. But I amassed enough money to start buying and selling land. I later amassed enough money so I could open a newspaper, about $6,000. The Black Star was the only Negro newspaper west of the Mississippi that I founded and ran. I entered into other businesses, buying land and silver and doing speculations. I was known as the Black Wizard. As a Black Wizard, I was able to amass amount of money through my land speculations. One of the ways was if I needed extra money, I would threaten to put a Negro church in a white neighborhood where they would pay me triple the amount of money for that not to happen. I went back into selling and buying land and used the silver market. So, amassed enough money, I bought a mansion for my wife and my daughter. And just for fun, to agonize everyone else, I would drive up and down Colfax Avenue with my white driver, white horses, and white carriage, me and the wife. Back and forth. Every Sunday, we would do this. Therefore, I made enough money until the silver market crashed, and I lost a lot of that money. They burned my mansion to the ground, and we moved our daughter to New York to where she was in a boarding school. This is the story of Louis Price.